Inshallah and Ashe, trying to connect on you know where, but it's not pulling me up. So we'll just go with that. Hope it's all working, but either way, welcome to a fantastic Friday and to another beautiful, energetic day. And if you don't know me, I am the Tonya D. I'm a holistic Shah medium, lunar guide, and human mirror, a ritualist, basically. I'm here to reflect the cosmic currents moving through you and around you. But welcome, you energetic souls and beings tuning in. Taking a breath and a pause. But today feels especially close to my heart and my soul because the moon is currently traveling through the season of Scorpio. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, tuning in, you know Scorpio happens to be my natal moon sign. So it feels quite different for me. So before we start talking about expansion, about Sagittarius, about the blue moon that is almost here, I think we first need to talk about the truth. Because Scorpio is the part of us that feels beneath the surface, the hidden feelings, the unspoken desires, the things we know in our bones and our soul. Scorpio asks, what is true? And that's what makes the timing of this blue moon so fascinating. Because Scorpio uncovers the truth and Sagittarius follows it. Scorpio asks, deep into our soul and our bones, what do I know? Sagittarius asks, what am I going to do with what I know? And that feels very much like the energy we are standing in front of right now. And many of us already know what needs to change. We know what we're being called towards. We know what no longer fits. The question is whether we're willing to move. And for my Scorpio moons out there, you may be feeling this especially strongly. Scorpio moons have a way of sensing things before they happen. Feeling the shift before anyone else notices it. And right now, the emotional waters are speaking. And speaking of Scorpio moons, of course, I recently recorded a full moon or full Scorpio moon forecast for this season. So before we dive into today's 4 pillars, the energy of the BaZi, I want to share that forecast with you. So grab some water, take a breath, and see what resonates, of course. When we come back, I want to say, we're going to break down the entire chart for the upcoming Sag Blue Moon, the elementals, and we're going to explore why this rare full moon feels like a second invitation from the universe. So quick break and yeah, tuning in. Gemini season moon forecast. The emotional winds of change, voice, movement, and manifestation. Arriving May 20th through June 20th, 2026. Gemini season arrives like a sacred breath, moving through the nervous system of the soul. Yes, the nervous system of the soul. This is the season where the mind awakens, conversations become portals, and synchronicities begin weaving messages through everyday life. Ruled by Mercury, Gemini governs communication, perception, storytelling, curiosity, and the energetic threads connecting one reality to another. But this year, Gemini season opens with the moon at 28 degrees Cancer, the emotional body ahead of the sun. Before the mind fully activates, the heart speaks first. This creates a deeply intuitive Gemini season where emotions become messages and memories become medicine. Then arrives the rare Sagittarius Blue Full Moon on May 31st at 9 degrees Sagittarius, a mystical fire portal illuminating truth, expansion, freedom, and higher wisdom. Blue moons intensify manifestation energy and often mark major turning points, revelations, and timeline shifts. Finally, the Gemini new moon on June 15th at 24 degrees Gemini opens a quantum doorway for new ideas, conversations, contracts, teachings, visibility, media, writing, learning, and identity reinvention. This season asks, what reality are you speaking into existence? Exactly. What reality are you speaking into existence? And more importantly, does your inner dialogue support the future you desire to embody? It's the embodiment of it. So welcome, beautiful souls, to Gemini season. We are entering a landscape of movement, messages, divine timing, and energetic communication. Gemini season is where the universe begins whispering through conversations, signs, dreams, unexpected meetings, and the subtle language of synchronicities. And this year, beginning with the moon in Cancer ahead of the sun, this is meaning, emotion is leading your thoughts. Emotion is the leader of the thought processor. Your emotional body already knows what your mind is still trying to understand. And also, we're going to be experiencing that rare Sag Blue Moon at 9 degrees. This is a very powerful manifestation gateway illuminating truth, purpose, and expansion, doorways. And then the Gemini new moon, again, 24 degrees, is opening a portal for reinvention through your voice, your thoughts, your words, and your frequency. This season is asking you to become conscious of the stories you tell yourself, because words become spells. Thoughts become timelines, and your nervous system becomes the bridge between realities. So let's dive into the moon medicine for each natal moon sign during Gemini season. Gemini season moon forecast for the natal moons in Scorpio. Transforming the mental underworld. Gemini season activates deep psychological transformation. Your emotional body may become hyper-aware of energetic undercurrents, hidden truths, and subconscious patterns. The Sagittarius Blue Moon illuminates value, self-worth, and energetic reciprocity. The Gemini new moon becomes a very powerful portal for emotional release and energetic rebirth. Your Uranian activation, this is for 7 years, seriously. I should have said that for all the signs. This is a constant, but this season activates profound psychological transformation. Uranus in Gemini begins rewiring your emotional attachments, energetic exchange patterns, and relationship dynamics. With Pluto off on holiday, retrograde in Aquarius, it's excavating deep ancestral conditioning connected to home, family, safety, and identity, because you are breaking emotional contracts with the past. So you may notice some intense emotional revelations, changing intimacy patterns, energetic sensitivity, deep shadow work, sudden endings or beginnings, emotional detachment, ancestral healing themes, and even a heightened psychic perception. Your moon medicine this season is shadow journaling and cord-cutting rituals that will help clear stagnant emotional ties. Your moon mantra, I release what no longer matches my evolution. Ashe. As we move through Gemini season, remember, your thoughts are alive, your words carry frequency, And the conversations you entertain become the architect of your reality. This is a season of movement, messages, synchronicities, and multidimensional awareness. The Sagittarius Blue Moon expands what is possible, and the Gemini New Moon rewrites the script. And your emotional body becomes the compass guiding you towards your next timeline. So pay attention to what repeatedly appears. Pay attention to what your nervous system responds to. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself. Because this season, the universe is speaking and your soul is ready to answer. Welcome back, tuning in. So this is the chart of the Sagittarius full blue moon, once in a blue moon. But now that we've explored the emotional landscape, let's step into the elemental architecture behind this blue moon. Very fiery. Because Sagittarius may be asking where you're going, but the four pillars reveals how you're going to get there. So the Sagittarius Blue Moon, this is a second chance at expansion. The first full moon revealed the path, and this blue moon is asking, will you walk it? So this isn't about new information. This is about embodiment. And the universe is asking if you really mean it. Like, does it come from your heart? So we're having a Yin Wood Snake of a day. The day pillar represents the experience. And Yin Wood represents growth, flexibility, becoming. But sitting on a snake, that tells me that the growth is strategic, the growth is intentional, and more importantly, the growth is transformational. Yin Wood on the snake, and snakes shed skin, right? So it feels already. Yin Wood is the vine that finds its way towards the light. And a snake doesn't move recklessly. The snake waits, observes, and strikes when the moment is right. So this blue moon is asking, are you growing in the direction of your destiny or simply staying busy? Ponder on that, right? So this is happening inside a Yin water snake month. So this is fascinating because we've got the snake on the snake, water and wood. So double snake energy creates heightened intuition, spiritual downloads, hidden truths being revealed, even the subtle messages and quantum whispers. So it feels already. So we're moving through a month where spirit is not shouting, spirit is actually whispering. The signs are subtle and the nudges are quiet. The opportunities may not look obvious, but they are there. All happening inside of a young fire horse year. And if you're new here, the horse wants movement. The horse wants action. The horse wants freedom, adventure. The horse is moving, it's out the gate. So the horse does not care how much you know. The horse wants to know. It wants to know, what are you doing with what you know? If you know, is kind of the energy. All happening at the Yin Fire Ox Hour. More fire. So this is where this energy gets even more interesting. Fire wants movement, but the ox wants stability. It's the slow plow. So this is the energy of building something that lasts, not excitement for excitement's sake, not manifestation for the sake of manifestation, but creating something sustainable. So putting this all together, mapping this all out elementally, the snake whispers, the horse moves, and the ox builds. The moon illuminates, and Sagittarius is asking, what future are you committed to? Not what future are you dreaming about? What future are you committed to? Holding space here. And Sagittarius rules truth, wisdom, faith, inner faith, expansion, higher learning, philosophy, the future, the starry, starry night. So this is a second invitation, this blue moon. It's a second opportunity, a second look. So this is blue moon. It's feeling like the universe is saying, I'm going to ask you one more time, what do you truly want? And are you willing to become the person who can receive it? So I want to break down each of the day masters. If you have a wood day master, this is the element of this. But I also want to say at the hour of the goat, we have a full direction of the south and fire energy. So it's going to be climactic is what I want to say. Climaxing as the moon moves forward. But also the snake is the birth of metal. And all the metal in this chart is in storage. So that matters. And the ox is actually storage of metal, which is a trine in the four pillars. They're trining energy. So there's this birthing phase of metal. So pay attention to that as well. And also, yeah, that's all I want to say there. So back to the day masters. If you have a wood day master, this is growth through courage. It's asking what future are you finally ready to actually grow into? If you have a fire day master, you're already lit. This is visibility. So it's like, where are you being asked to shine brighter because you're already illuminating? If you have an earth day master, that's the foundation. So it's like, what needs strengthening before the expansion? If you have a metal day master, I believe that this is going to be accenting you because metal, even though it's there, it's hidden and in storage. So it's there, but it's not there. And what else is curious is the day itself, Yin Wood, is not rooted. So this growth is going to come from unexpected downloads is what I'm sensing. So just saying that. But if you have a metal day master, it's all about clarity, like what truth can no longer be ignored. And a water day master, water is rooted. It's rooted in the ox. So the soil is frozen. It's the ox. It's winter. But needless to say, water is still there. And this is about intuition, grounding your intuition, like bringing what have you known all along into matter, into the physical. So it's pretty juicy, I would say. And for my coven members, of course, because you know I got to go big or go home, I've created something special for this blue moon, a full blue moon ritual designed specifically for this rare Sagittarius moon. We're going to be working with faith, of course, inner faith, future timelines, destiny alignment, and releasing the version of yourself that no longer fits the future you're calling in. So this isn't a wishing ritual. This is a becoming ritual. Your authentic self. What are you becoming? Because manifestation isn't about getting what you want. It's about becoming the person capable of holding it. So I really like this sensation. So this blue moon isn't asking what you wish for. It's asking what future you're ready to commit to and hold the stage. So your destiny is already whispering. The question is, are you listening? So if you'd like deeper guidance, private sessions, of course, are open. And if you'd like to experience the full blue moon ritual, join us inside of the coven, of course. It's all about feeling it. Go with what you feel, trusting it's a Scorpio moon, and move with it. This is the horse year. It's all the movement, moving into it. So we've talked about the truth the Scorpio is revealing, the moon. We've explored the expansion Sagittarius is calling us towards. And we've looked at the elemental architecture behind this blue moon. So we've got a lot happening for us. But here's the thing. Collective energy can show us the weather, but it doesn't tell us how the weather is moving through our own personal landscape. And that's where divination comes in, because sometimes we don't need another forecast. We need clarity. We need confirmation. We need to understand what Spirit is trying to illuminate for us right now. So before we open the shells, let's just take a breath together, take a pause together. To the ancestors, of course, the guides, the elemental spirits and otherwise, along with the unseen forces walking with us and behind us. May only what is aligned come forward. May the messages bring clarity, wisdom, and the courage to move where we are being called. Because this blue moon isn't really asking, what do you wish for? It's asking what future you're really ready to commit to. And if there's a crossroads, a question, a nudge you've been feeling, this may be your moment, your invitation, really. The shells are opening soon. And if you'd like a mini cowrie shell divination, comment in the chat your year and month of birth, and come back to the live when you do. Of course, drop your question in the chat as well. Let's see what the Spirit wants you to know. A quick little break, and I'll wait for the comments. Again, month and year of birth, and I'll move the shells on your behalf. And I'll be right back. Be sure to grab a bevy, because we always need a bevy.
Life is a series of initiations, moments that challenge us, transform us, and call us to grow. But how do we navigate these powerful transitions with grace and understanding? The Dagara people understand that every challenge is an opportunity for initiation. And within their ancient wisdom traditions, cowrie shell divination serves as a powerful guide through these profound passages. As a certified cowrie shell diviner in the Dagara tradition, trained personally by the esteemed Elder Melodoma Patrice Somé, I am here to help you decipher the deeper meaning of your life's initiations. Through the profound insights offered by the cowrie shells, we can identify the specific initiations you are currently undergoing, understanding their purpose, and discover the tools and wisdom needed to emerge stronger and more aligned. Are you ready to embrace your transformations and step fully into your evolving self? Allow ancient wisdom of the cowries to light your way. Visit tonyad.tv/sessions to book your session. Navigate your life's journey with clarity and purpose.
And we are back. I can see a few of you online. I want to kind of go through some elemental moon medicine while we wait for someone to comment their year and month of birth. Before we open the shells, I just want to offer a little moon medicine for these elements, because this Sagittarius Blue Moon is a fire moon, and fire never works alone. Fire needs air to breathe, the earth to anchor, and water to temper. And each of us may be experiencing this full moon very differently. So if you have a fire moon, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, if your natal moon is in a fire sign, this blue moon may feel like a green light for you, combustion, a call to leap, to expand, to explore, to trust yourself. But remember, it's always important to remember, not every opportunity is your opportunity. This moon is asking you to choose your direction wisely. If you have an air moon, my son has an air moon, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air feeds the fire. And with Uranus in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius, you're going to be feeling this a lot differently. Many, if not all, air moons or air signs are receiving downloads right now. Probably mystic messages, a different language, maybe light language, new ideas, new perspectives. new possibilities. But ideas alone don't create the change. This moon is asking, what are you going to do with the insight? You got to get it outside, use your outside voice. If you have an earth moon, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I know a lot of Capricorn moons, but earth moons may be feeling a little uncomfortable because Sagittarius wants movement and earth wants certainty. Isn't that the facts? Oh, but this moon isn't asking you to abandon stability. It's asking you to expand what stability means. What foundation are you building for your future? Now, water moons, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you may be feeling this deeply, not necessarily emotionally, but intuitively. You may already know what's coming, foresight, future sight. You may already feel the shift. So this moon is asking you to trust what your spirit already knows. Very important. So whether you're fire, air, earth, even metal, I'll say, or water and metal, this blue moon is asking all of us the same thing. What future are you ready to commit to? And if you'd like to see how that question is showing up in your personal landscape, that's where the shells come in today. The forecast shows the weather, but the shells literally reveal the path. So while we wait for someone to comment their year or month of birth, comment what your moon sign is, whether it's fire, earth, air, or water, and drop it in the comments or the chat, depending where you're tuning in from. And let's see which element showed up for you tonight, today, or which one you're sensing. So we'll leave the shells open for a little while. Spirit has a funny way of bringing forward exactly who is meant to step into the circle. And while we're waiting, I keep feeling this blue moon is really asking people, do you trust what you already know, your authenticity? This keeps the energy moving for us. Everything happens for us, right? So the forecast, again, shows the weather and the shells reveal the path. So as we wait and tune in to see who wants a little mini divination, I just noticed my mic's right next to my head. That's hilarious. Gotta love that. So if I don't have anybody tuning in that wants me to move the shells on their behalf, we've been shy lately. So we started with Scorpio, the sign that asks us to be honest about what we're feeling, what we're carrying, and what we already know. And we looked ahead to this rare Sagittarius Blue Moon, a moon of expansion, wisdom, faith, inner faith, and possibility. But perhaps the biggest message today, tonight, wherever you are, is that your future isn't waiting for another sign. Your future is waiting for your commitment to decide. And the four pillars showed us a very fascinating story. The snake whispers, the horse moves, and the ox builds. And the moon illuminates. And now the question becomes, what are you going to do with what you know? What are you going to do? Because manifestation isn't simply wishing, it's choosing. The choice needs to be made. It's aligning, an aligned choice. It's also becoming. And if you're feeling called to go deeper, as always, private sessions are open randomly where we look at your personal chart, your timing, your patterns, your cycles, and the opportunities awakening in your life. And for my coven members, I almost said coven keepers, we'll be gathering under this powerful blue moon for a special ritual focused on destiny, alignment, future timelines, and becoming the version of yourself capable of holding what you're calling in. Because manifestation isn't about getting what you want, it's about becoming who you are authentically meant to be. It's in the becoming. And remember, your desires already exist in the subtle energetic field, in the quantum field. Now it's time to bring matter to what matters. Until next time, because we're being shy once again, I want you to feel it, trust it, and more importantly, move with it. Because what matters to your soul is trying to become matter in your life. The question is, are you ready to receive it? Receivership. So until next Friday, people throw shade and dim your light all the time. And if humans can throw shade and dim your light, then I, the Tonya D, can radiate your brilliance for all the world to see on the spiritual walk of fame, changing lives, igniting passions on the information highway while awakening the spirit. Ashe. Enjoy this blue moon. I'm super excited, and hopefully I'll see you in the coven, or at the very least for a private session.